What's up, everybody?
I'm Jackson.
And I'm Kenny.
And we are
JK Builders. Today we're doing a review of the Lego Ghostbusters Ecto-1. Jackson, why don't you break down this box for us?
Well, it's 18 plus. You see, it's the 18 plus box. It is the set number is 10274, and it is 2,352 pieces.
Cool. So yeah, like Jackson said, this is the 18 plus box. So it's just got the black background with the Ecto-1 in front. Now this is the Ecto-1 from the new Ghostbusters movie, The Afterlife. And I guess in that movie they find the car. I mean, I haven't seen it other than some of the previews. They find the car like in a barn. It's all rusted out, and then they, I guess, form the Ghostbusters again is what I'm assuming. So it has all the rust stickers all over it. I already built the set. I did not put the rust stickers on. So I was going for the old school look of the original Ecto-1 with its non-rusty look. So anyway, yeah, it's got all the little bells and contraptions and everything going on top. Got the Ecto-1 license plate. On the back, it just shows a rear view of the car. So from the back, and then it shows you a couple of pictures from the movie. It shows you one of the features, how the chair pops out. We'll show you that in a second. It's got the little ghost trap here that pops out of the back of the car, which is pretty sweet. We'll show you that as well. And then it gives you the dimensions. So this one is 18.5 inches long by about 8.5 inches tall. So I would say this one, as far as the scale and as far as the detail, is right there on par with the 1989 Batmobile. And we'll talk about which one is my favorite and if it's on the same level as far as quality and detail as the Batmobile. But I would say it's pretty comparable to that type of a build. So anyway, let's check out the instruction book.
There's the instruction book.
So I do like how the instruction book comes in the little envelope to keep it protected. I'm always a fan of that.
It's just like the Technic Ferrari.
Yeah, this is a huge book. So it's quite hefty, quite thick, quite a few pieces in this set. It is 2,352 pieces. So it is a long book. Now this one has tons of tidbits. Here you can see the stickers. So other than the rust stickers, there's not a whole lot. There's only about, 10, 12 stickers, if you don't include the rust stickers, which I didn't. So, but yeah, there's lots of info as far as the Ecto-1 itself. It's got pictures from the Afterlife movie in here.
Yeah, I want to watch that Afterlife movie.
Just lots of cool little info. It's got some drawings and renderings of the car. Definitely like all the different information that they have in the front of this. There's another kind of a drawing of the set as they were designing it, it looks like. So yeah, super cool. So there's 305 pages in this book.
Wow.
There are also little comments along the way, as we see in some of our other sets. Just little facts and information about the car and the movie.
Like tidbits.
Little tidbits of info. So yeah, it's definitely a good instruction book. One complaint some people may have is it does have the black background.
It's the 18 plus background.
But some people have a hard time seeing the pieces and where they go with this background. I personally don't really mind. I don't think I would prefer this over a white background if I got the choice, but I don't really mind either way. So anyway, let's check out the set. And here it is, the Ecto-1 Lego set from Ghostbusters. So like I said, I left all the rust stickers off, so it gives that nice, clean, white look without rust. Looking nice and sparkly and new. Give you kind of a full view here. There's the front, the side, the back. This thing is just loaded with detail. Very, very cool. So where do we begin?
I'd probably start with the front.
We'll start with the front. So you got the Ecto-1 New York license plate, which kind of matches the movie. It has the split bumper on the front end. It's got the 2 sets of lights as well as these flashing lights.
And then the trunk opens.
The hood opens.
Oh, the hood.
So the hood opens, revealing the details of the engine.
The engine doesn't actually move.
So it doesn't actually move, but it does have lots of detail. So it's really cool. It even has like the battery. So you have like the positive and negative sides of the battery. You got the engine itself here. It is a Cadillac. So it says Cadillac right there, which is very cool. Yeah, let's close up that hood. So it does have the very polished, tiled off look. You know, not a whole lot of studs showing on this car. Over here you got the two blue lights on top, as well as the blue emergency lights. Lots of different little contraptions and things going on the top of the car. We'll show you more about those in just a second. Over here you have the doors with the Ghostbusters emblem. That is not a sticker. All of those are printed on. Most of the stickers have to do with like warning signs and just small little details. Not so much anything big, which is nice.
The doors can actually open. So
the doors do open, but we'll check out the interior here in just a second. Over here you got the ladder going to the top so you can access everything on top of the car. It's got some pretty cool rims. On the back it's got these really cool fins that had... There's some really cool building techniques that went into getting these angles of the car. Very unique stuff. Then it has these cool fins with these pieces with the tail lights. Very cool how they did that as well. Definitely some interesting building technique. You have matching lights here on the back along with the matching emergency light here. This door opens as well, which we'll show you more of that in just a second. Let's move around to the other side. You got the rear view mirrors. You got stuff hanging off of it. Again, the nice tiled off look. So yeah, just really, really cool details and more contraptions here on the top. There's another sticker, little warning sticker on the side. So yeah, most of the stickers are just like little details like that, nothing big. Cool, so there's no review of the car. Let's check out some of the cool things that it does. The first thing that we'll mention is when the car moves, the things on top move.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna mention.
Yeah, so it's this back passenger side wheel is actually hooked to gears that turn this piece back and forth. It's like a scanning device. And then you have this piece over here that turns all the way around as you move. So that is very, very cool.
And and this is something that I wanted to show.
So just like the movie, when the car moves, the things on top move. Let's check out the interior. So on the inside, it does have a full interior. So you got the door, you got the gas pedal, you have all the gauges and things on the dashboard. There's details on the door. You've got actual windows. This door here doesn't open, but there's a reason for that, which I'll show you in just a second. But it does have the two seats in the front. Jackson wants to show you the Stay Puft marshmallows that sit on the passenger seat. Now let's turn this around and look on the inside on this side. So yeah, here's the passenger seat. So you got like the radio, you got some little gadgets in there. Looks like a tape record player, an air vent. Just lots of cool little details. In the back is where it kind of gets interesting. So you have the back seat right here, and then you have this seat, which is facing backwards. And this seat has the capability to pop out. So if they're ever driving and need to fight a ghost, a passenger can sit here, they can use the gun right here, and they can zap the ghost from outside the car while it's driving. All right, let's show them again how that pops out. So not only does it pop out, but it spins all the way around, which is super, super cool. It has this little like piece right here that's kind of unique to this set that allows it to do that. So yeah, it can just cruise around and a passenger can sit right there and zap ghosts while they drive. Very cool. So that closes back up, and then on the back
is where it gets fun.
It gets fun, even more fun. Yeah. So this back door can open, revealing more technical stuff in there, and you got the ghost trap back there as well. But also while it's driving or when it's in position, you can close the door and pull out the back panel and zoom. The ghost trap pops out and it zooms down, it opens up, and it sucks the ghost in. So that is very, very cool. Yeah, so there's a little trap door on the bottom that this just sits in. And then when you pull out that lever, I don't know, it comes out just like that. So yeah, very, very cool. Nice little detail. Add some playability to the set. Don't know if you'd ever play with this one per se, but it is very cool to just kind of check out all the different features and details. So yeah, that is a basic overview of the car. So let's talk about what we like about it. Okay, so the Ghostbusters Ecto-1. A couple things that I failed to mention. One is the steering. So the steering wheel does actually turn the wheels, which is cool. But it also gives you this little piece up here that gives you the ability to turn it from the top. So you can actually play with this set if you wanted to. I mean, there's definitely some playable features. It is a more expensive and a nicer set, so maybe one that you don't want to play with so much, but it does have playable features for sure. As far as the pros and cons go, absolutely love the detail. It's just loaded with nostalgia. I mean, I grew up in the 80s and 90s, so This just brings back all kinds of memories. I loved watching Ghostbusters as a kid growing up. Definitely one of the best movies of that era. So it's just loaded with nostalgic value. Some other things that I really like is the moving features, like when the car moves, the top moves, the seat that pops out, the ghost trap that pops out the back, the hood that comes up, and the actual engine on the inside. Just tons and tons of detail. It's just a really great set. It was a lot of fun to build. There were a couple times that I had issues. This back window here was a little bit fidgety. I don't know if I was putting it in wrong or if there's something wrong with my piece, but that window kept popping out. And then when I was building it, the roof, putting the roof on and getting it to line up with all the pieces it needed to connect to was a bit of a hassle. That may have just been me, I don't know, but those were a couple things that got a little bit finicky. Also the hood, I had issues with the hood, getting that to come down and line up, but I think I probably just didn't have things tightened up right. It's good now. But all in all, it's a great set. It's definitely on par with some of the nicer, more detailed Creator Expert sets and things like the 1989 Batmobile and Batwing. It's absolutely something that needs to be added to that type of a collection. If you are a fan of
creator sets
or 1980s pop culture or movies, or I certainly am. So it's one that I was happy to add to my collection. Jackson, what are some of the things that you like about it?
Well, you had a lot of things that you liked about it too.
Mm-hmm.
So I have most of those. I love all of the features that it has, like how the door pops out. Like you didn't mention that, how the door pops out. Just
yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I think that's actually my favorite part.
Yeah,
that was my favorite part. When he was building it, I was actually pushing it out.
Yeah, he wanted to jump the gun. I'm always adamant about not playing with it until it's finished, just because I don't want something to break or something to get lost while we're in the process of building it. But yeah, he wanted to keep pushing that seat out and testing it out before it was done.
Yeah, the moving parts, like on the bottom, it's just like Technic, isn't it?
Pretty much. It was mostly a Technic frame, I think.
Yeah, it's all Technic.
Yeah, a lot of Technic involved, but that's how they get a lot of the gears and the moving parts and the frame of the car.
Yeah, and how they use two steering wheels, like this one and the one inside.
Yeah, that adds some playability for sure.
I just love this set. Like, the 1989 Batmobile and Batwing aren't my favorite, but they still have some cool details. But I'd say this is the most detailed car that you have.
It's definitely one of them.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, so that's mostly why I really like this set.
Anything you don't like about it?
I don't know. But maybe if they just made this back door open, maybe if it could open.
Yeah, it'd be nice if that door opened. I think it doesn't, just because they had to work in the mechanics of this chair popping out. So I think that's why it doesn't. But yeah, it is kind of silly that the door on that side doesn't open. I really think one thing that would have improved this set was adding the Ghostbusters characters in minifigure form. I know it's not minifigure scale, but even having them on a little display stand, kind of like the 1989 Batmobile and Batwing, with the 4 Ghostbusters characters, would have been really, really cool, and something that this set would have benefited from. Even if they would have charged a little bit more and included those, I think it would have been well worth it. I feel like that is the biggest thing that this set is missing. Yeah, I think that's part of the problem, is that this is from the Afterlife movie, so maybe they didn't include the original Ghostbusters just because maybe I think they're in the movie. I know one of them has passed away since the movie was made, but I think at least 3 of the 4 are supposed to be in the new movie. Maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, I really wish that they would have... honestly, I wish they would have based this off of the old Ghostbusters and just not done the Afterlife version, just not done the rust stickers. But as far as like the nostalgic value, the car that I want to build, for me personally, is the old school Ecto-1 in its original glory, and the 4 Ghostbusters characters are just what this set should have entailed. But even with that being said, it's a very cool set. Definitely recommend it. This one retails for $199.99. I think it's worth every penny of that.
Yeah.
The detail, the price per piece, like everything that you're getting, it's worth every bit of the $200 price tag. So definitely check it out. It's been hard to come by sometimes, but I think it's available right now at the Lego store. Jackson, what are you going to give this set on a scale of 1 to 10?
I am going to give this set a 9.6.
Cool.
Yeah, I think this is the highest rating that I've ever gave a car that has no playability.
It has some playability.
Yeah, but like I wouldn't take off the shelf, play for hours.
Right. Yeah, so
yeah.
I am going to go just a little bit higher than that. This set is going to get a 9.8 from me. It's almost perfect. Just a few little things. I think if it would have had minifigures and been based on the original Ghostbusters movies, it probably would have been a 10. I think it's just a step below the 1989 Batmobile. We haven't reviewed the 1989 Batmobile, but I can tell you right now it's a 10 out of a 10. Like, it's my favorite set. I think just the level of detail that one brought to the table is going to be unmatched. So this one is just below that. Like I said, just those couple little details probably would have put me up to that point. But all in all, an incredible set. Definitely recommend it, and you should definitely check it out. All right, so there it is, the Ghostbusters Ecto-1 Lego set. Do you have it? Do you want it? What do you think of it? Comment down below. As always, like and subscribe, and until next time, keep on building.